Have you ever wondered why human skin tones vary so much around the world? Why is that someone from Northern Europe typically has pale skin, while someone from Sub-Saharan Africa has darker skin tone? This fascinating variation isn't just random. It's a result of thousands of years of evolution, adaptation, and migration. First off, let's talk about the main player in skin color, melanin. But what is melanin? Melanin is a pigment produced by cells in our skin called melanocytes. It comes in two main types: Eumelanin, which is dark brown or black, and pheomelanin, which is red or yellow. The amount and type of melanin in your skin determine your skin color. People with more eumelanin have darker skin, while those with less melanin or more pheomelanin have lighter skin. But why do some people have more melanin than others? To understand this, we need to go back in time to our earliest human ancestors. Scientists believe that modern humans originated in Africa around 200,000 years ago. In these early days, having dark skin was a significant advantage. Why? Because melanin acts as a natural sunscreen. It absorbs and dissipates harmful ultraviolet radiation from the sun. This was crucial for survival because too much UV radiation could damage the DNA in skin cells, leading to skin cancer and other problems. In equatorial regions, where sunlight is intense all year round, dark skin provided the essential protection. It helped prevent the DNA damage that could lead to skin cancer, which was vital for the survival and reproduction of our early ancestors. Additionally, melanin protected against the breakdown of folate, a vital nutrient that is necessary for DNA repair and reproduction. As humans began to migrate out of Africa, they encountered different environmental conditions. When people moved to regions with less intense sunlight, like Northern Europe or East Asia, the need for such high levels of melanin decreased. In these areas, having dark skin could actually be disadvantageous. Why? Because while melanin protects against UV radiation, it also reduces the skin's ability to produce vitamin D. Vitamin D, an essential element for healthy bones and immune function. Our bodies produce it when our skin is exposed to UVB rays from the sun. In regions with less sunlight, particularly during long winter months, getting enough UVB exposure can be challenging. Lighter skin, which has less melanin, allows more UVB rays to penetrate the skin, ensuring sufficient vitamin D production. For our early ancestors, this adaptation was crucial for the survival. Okay, so that explains why people living near tropical areas have darker skin tone, while people living in colder regions have lighter skin color. But what about all the variations in between? To study this variation, Thomas Fitzpatrick, an American dermatologist, developed a classification system for human skin color known as the Fitzpatrick Scale. It scales how different skin types react to ultraviolet light. He divided the skin into 6 types in this scale. Type 1, very fair skin, often with red or blonde hair and blue or green eyes. People with this skin type always burn and never tan in the sun. They are at the highest risk for UV damage and skin cancer. This type of skin is usually found in Northern Europe, Scandinavia, and British Isles. Type 2, fair skin, usually with light-colored hair and eyes. They typically burn easily and tan minimally. They also need to be cautious about sun exposure. This type is usually found in Central Europe, Northern America, and Mongolian plains. Type 3, medium skin tone, which might be seen in people of many different ethnicities. They sometimes burn but have the ability to tan gradually to a light brown. East Asians and people from Southern Europe have this type of skin. Type 4, olive or light brown skin, often seen in people of Mediterranean, Hispanic, or Asian descent. They tan easily and rarely burn. They have a lower risk of UV damage compared to types 1 and 2, but should still use sun protection. Type 5, brown skin, common among people of Middle Eastern, Latin American, African, or South Asian descent. They tan very easily and rarely burn. While their higher melanin provides more natural protection, they can still suffer from UV damage and skin cancer. Type 6, dark brown or black skin, often seen in individuals of African or Aboriginal descent. They rarely burn and tan very easily. Despite having the highest natural protection against UV rays, they are not immune to skin cancer and should practice sun safety. From type 1 to 6 amount of Eumelanin increase and pheomelanin decreases, thus giving darker or paler skin tone. You might have noticed people with lighter skin color with burn marks or freckles on the other hand. You will never see a person with darker skin tone having freckles or burns. Why is that? The answer lies in tanning. Lighter skin usually gets burned, while darker skin gets tanned. The balance between protecting against UV radiation and allowing for adequate vitamin D production became a key reason behind the variation in skin tones we see today. Darker skin evolved as a protective measure against intense UV radiation, while lighter skin evolved to maximize vitamin D production in areas with less sunlight. But the story doesn't end there. Human skin color is also influenced by a variety of other factors, including genetic mutations, sexual selection, and even cultural practices. For example, studies have shown that certain populations, such as the Inuit of the Arctic, have relatively darker skin than one might expect given their low UV environment. This is thought to be due to their diet, which is rich in vitamin D from sources like fish and marine mammals, reducing the need for lighter skin to produce vitamin D. Genetic mutations have also played a role in shaping skin color. One well-known example is a mutation in the SLC24A5 gene, which is associated with lighter skin in Europeans. This mutation likely spread through populations due to the selective advantage it provided in low UV environments. Sexual selection, or the preference for certain traits in mates, may have also influenced skin color. In some cultures, lighter or darker skin has been seen as more desirable at different times, leading to a preference for those traits and potentially influencing the genetic makeup of populations over generations. Cultural practices, such as clothing and shelter, have also impacted skin color. For instance, as humans developed more advanced clothing and shelter, they were better able to protect themselves from the sun, potentially reducing the selective pressure for dark skin in some populations. The diversity of human skin color is a testament to our species' adaptability and resilience. It's a reminder that we are all connected by a common ancestry, yet wonderfully diverse due to the different paths our ancestors took. Today, the concept of race is often incorrectly linked to skin color. While skin color is one aspect of our appearance, it is not a definitive marker of race. Race is a social construct with no scientific basis in human genetics. The genetic differences that do exist between populations are minor and do not align with the traditional categories of race. Understanding the science behind skin color can help dispel myths and misconceptions about race. It highlights the fact that we are all part of one human family, with differences that reflect our ancestors' adaptations to various environments, rather than any fundamental differences in our biology. So, the next time you look in the mirror or see someone with a different skin tone, remember that their skin color tells a story. It's a story of survival, adaptation, and the incredible journey of humanity across the globe. It's a story that unites us, showing how we have all evolved to thrive in the diverse environments of our planet.